brightening just a little bit right near where that couplet is. So that's very important. This is going towards I-22 right now, basically from Reed's Ferry all the way over towards Wyatt right now. This is where you need to go ahead and get to your safe place. Let me zoom out just briefly, because if I zoom out just a little bit, I can get a better idea of the track. So we'll kind of push the map to the side of your screen where we can actually track this storm as we're moving the storm due east. So I'll put this towards Reed's Ferry. That's where we're going to see that rotation moving off to the north into the east. Again, these storms are moving at about 60 miles per hour. So here's some tracks. So anywhere from Quentin to Wyatt to Bryan, you've got 5 minutes. You got to get there now. And then as long as if you live on the outer edge of this from Robbins Crossroads to Sayre, you have a little bit of extra time, but still get to that safe spot. So just to the east of Interstate 22, we have Bryan, we have Bagley, we have Vulcan. Make sure that you put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. This is very important. This couplet is intensifying. This is on Interstate 22 right now. All right, go ahead and get to your safe place. I'm going to really focus in on this one. It even looks like there's another signature trying to spin up near Cordova, so that's another area of interest. If you live from Cordova to Corinth, go ahead and get to your safe spot. And again, as we track down here, yes, this is going to be our greatest area that we're looking at. Let's look at our debris signature. Look at this debris signature right over Reed's Ferry. So this debris signature is right over Reed's Ferry. I'm going to flatten this map just a little bit, just so we take that 3D view off of it. We can get a little bit better perspective here. So look at this. So this is going to be just to the north of Reed's Ferry, which would indicate this area of rotation is right around Reed's Ferry, which is west of Interstate 22 Highway, also known as Highway 78, but Interstate 22 now. That's where that debris signature is. This is going to be moving towards Wyatt. In Wyatt, Bryan, get to your safe spot immediately. And actually, just as I said that, it updated. That debris signature is holding together. It's likely crossed over Interstate 22. As mentioned before, there's a little lag with debris sometimes, so it actually may be a little bit behind that center of circulation. So I'm going to put the center of circulation somewhere between Wyatt and over towards Bryan, and we can verify that with our storm relative velocity. So our storm relative velocity is showing where we're seeing that, and again, kind of that broad, that's exactly where we're looking at that right now, from Wyatt down towards Quentin. But look at this. This is a very distinct area of green that we're seeing there. If I even put a little track on that, we can add those together. So about 70-mile-per-hour winds as we're looking at our storm tracker, our velocity product. So again, this is going to be moving into portions of, this is Walker County right now that we're looking at for this particular storm system. Reflectivity, it is a wet mess out here today. We're noticing just really a shield of rain. That's what makes these particular storms a little bit more difficult to identify on radar. That's why we have to look at products like our velocity product. It really just helps us as meteorologists tell that story better. But here's one thing I am noticing. There is, although not super well defined, there is a V notch. So there is a notch there that's coming in, and that's where we're starting to see some of that development as it moves in towards Burnwell and up towards Dora. But again, just completely rain wrapped at this point. Look at this. Okay, this intensified in our last scan. We're getting very serious about this storm. This is Walker County, and this is about to move into northern part of Jefferson County. If you live in northern Jefferson County, you need to get into your safe spot immediately. Anywhere from Kimberly, Morris, Gardendale, Warrior, get to your safe spot anywhere along I-65, basically from Gardendale to Warrior, and get to your safe place. The next cities up will be Bagley, Robbins Crossroads, and Brent Crossroads. This storm system is producing the likelihood of a tornado. We are seeing a very well-defined signature there on our wind velocity, and we actually see that debris signature increasing. So now that debris ball actually looks much more well-defined on our map, which would be another indicator that this tornado is actually on the ground. I'm not sure if we have any reports just yet. Nate or Griffin, have y'all seen anything in the chat of reports of